My name is Raul Sosa, and I'm here to talk to you about microtransactions are wasting your money. But first of all, what are microtransactions? This term is used to sell virtual products such as in-game purchases, DLCs, extension packs, or cheats and codes within video games in platforms such as PS4, PS3, Xbox One, or Xbox 360. This is an example of a PSN gift card of $50 that it can be used at the store to buy virtual goods. Why are microtransactions so bad? First of all, these large video game corporations have taken advantage of microtransactions in order to enrich themselves. Ubisoft, EA, or Activision are some corporations that are responsible of no longer caring about creating excellent game titles. Also, they no longer focus on the make of massive games itself. All of their energy and dedication goes to one significant issue: microtransactions. Ask yourself, how gaming has changed through the years. There were no add-ons or no DLCs, which implicated one-time spending at the time of buying a video game. And I mentioned safe addiction, as there was no way of spending hundreds of dollars on DLCs. Also, every game had all of its content at the time of buying it at the cashier, which created more focused developers at the time of creating those games. Here is a funny but real example of what is currently happening with this issue with the passing of the years. Notice in 1999 that Mona Lisa, the original game, was complete, but you had the options of buying extension packs. In 2005, Mona Lisa, the original game, has one part missing from the original picture, which is another expansion pack, but it is like the same thing. Right now, developers have taken part of the original game in order to sell them as a DLC, which is $15 each. This backs up my point that developers are putting all of their energy and dedication to one significant issue: microtransactions. And think about it, it is just getting worse. What will happen tomorrow? Look at this example of last generation and now with the new trend of next generation. It is getting worse and worse. There are some other reasons why microtransactions are so bad for gaming. First of all, leads to money problems. There are many uncontrolled transactions, as many people have the ability of recording some credit card's credentials, which implies children involved in stealing. Also, you have the ability of one-click purchase, which you only click and the purchase is done. You don't have to put any credit card credentials. It is all automatically, and this is why it leads to uncontrolled transactions. This also creates addiction and temptation from those who have those credit cards into their consoles of PS4, PS3, Xbox One, or Xbox 360. And eventually, this leads to bankruptcy. Here we have some real-life examples. Some interesting facts from GameSpot.com. This website has done some research on which it states that they are expecting 960 million on spendings of DLCs at the end of 2014. Also, that 1.75 billion spendings of DLC are done between UK, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Netherlands, and Belgium. Here we have a very worrying example from a Daily Mail reporter. This kid was using the one-click purchase feature from his Xbox 360, which led to uncontrolled transactions, and also children involved in stealing. He stole $1,000 from his mom's credit card. Think about it. What are learning the future generations? Stealing? Spending $1,000 only in games? uncontrolled transactions, it can be on anything else apart from games. Stealing is a big issue here, and especially if their parents don't know what they are spending on. My appeal for action. My fellow gamer, please help me out on passing the voice through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. The use of social media can be a strong force in order to transmit this message to the gaming companies for them to understand that microtransactions are killing the real spirit of video games. They need to start focusing on creating authentic video games instead of thinking on how to charge us a little extra. Another way is protesting, by no longer buying in-game purchases, or maybe sending personal messages to the video game corporations, and also gather millions of signatures in order to demonstrate that we are not happy how the game industry is developing. So let's recover the real spirit of gaming. Thank you so much. Here we have the reference page, and the reference page continued.